Can I be honest for a minute? Can I be truthful with you guys for a second? People choosing to become barbers should not be a decision taken lightly. Especially if your vision is to become a barber, become an independent barber, own your own shop, rent a chair. Like, this is not a decision that's made lightly or should be made lightly. If you as a person have decided that this is what you want to do, but you're also a very, very undisciplined person, this probably isn't the best industry for you. Because it's hit or miss, it's busy from time to time, it's, it's all of these things. But what it's not is going to put you in a place where you really want to be if you're undisciplined. And what I'm saying is that, for example, you're going to make a lot of money, right? You stick in this game long enough, your clientele is going to build up, you're going to be noticed, consistent, and you're going to make a whole lot of money. Now, no one is going to put any of that money away for you. No one is going to invest that money for you. You are going to have to invest that money yourself. You are going to have to do all of those things yourself. Now, if you're not comfortable with that, if that's not something that you want to do, then you got a couple options. You can work behind the chair until, you fall out. But if you ever want to retire, and I mean truly retire, if you ever want to retire, you're going to have to be disciplined enough to put, some of that money away. You're going to have to be disciplined to put some of that money away. I'm telling you that's why you see barbers in the game for so long, and sometimes it's not about the love. Sometimes they've been doing it so long they don't know what else to do. They don't know how to make a transition. They don't know how to leverage the relationships that they built behind the chair. They didn't do anything else because they sought a social status of being the barber and being known. They wanted their own Cheers moment, if you guys are familiar with that show. They wanted their own Cheers moment where when they walk in a room, everybody's like, hey, because you cut everybody's hair, but in secret, their life is a mess. Right? In secret, they coming in on Tuesday flat broke because they spent all their money on the weekend. They're not putting away anything. Hey, and and let me be honest, some of them ain't even filing taxes. So they're creating all this money. They're bringing in all this money chasing a status because for some people, they look at it as, and I'm going to just say it, they look at it as legal drug dealing. I get to walk around with a pocket full of money. Yeah. Them dope boys got money, but I got money too. That's how they look at it. yeah, I can do this, and you know what I'm saying, everybody coming to see me, and you know what I'm saying, and they in that mentality, they don't respect the clientele, they don't respect the customers, they don't even respect the industry, because at the end of the day, they truly don't respect themselves. The only thing they respect is the almighty dollar. So they say. That is the only thing they respect. And they don't even respect it. They're just chasing it. They're chasing it, trying to amass as much as they can, but they don't realize that they're their problem. They're chasing this money down, spending it as fast as they can get it, and don't realize they are the issue. I mean, what can I say? What can I? They're the issue, and they don't understand that. They don't understand anything about that. They are the issue. You know, I heard somebody say that more money is not going to spend. You're not going to fix your poor financial spending habits. It's not going to fix poor money management. They missed that. They think if I got more money, if you got more money, you just going to spend more money. Cause you fear missing out on stuff. Because you still trying to impress people. I understand that everybody has their own styles and you know, they want to look a certain way and all of those types of things. You know, but one of the like there's stuff, right? But like I see on social media, I see these barbers in the shop and they cutting hair in the newest Jordans out, right? And they got a whole collection of them. They wearing Jordans in and out. Am I saying wear raggedy shoes? No, I'm saying wear sensible shoes, something that you are okay with getting hair on. I know for me, this is just me speaking. This is my opinion. You tuned into this is what you're going to get today. If I spent $200+ on a pair of shoes, the last place that I'm wearing it is to go and work a full day in the shop. Just not. I don't care how much money I have. I'm not doing it. So you think I look cool? $200 shoes don't prove anything to your clientele. You can have all the fashion in the world and can't cut hair worth a lick. I'm just saying, like, and it's you can have all of the fashion in the world and can't cut hair worth a lick. What is it that you want me to say? I'm saying holding up an image or trying to hold up an image, keeping up with the junk. Like, here's a thing. We're gonna go back to this for a second. If you are a barber in a shop and you thinking I'm gonna stack up this money so I can look like the local drug dealer, I can, you know, I'll get that same type of attention. If you are in the shop for that reason and that's the reason you're doing it, your mindset is broken. You are trying that, like, I want you to process this. Please listen to me when I say this. You are literally working in a place providing a legal craft, a legal skill to impress people who are doing illegal things. I'm confused. I'm super, super confused. Make it make sense. Please. Please make it make sense. I'm just trying to understand. I am trying to understand it because it makes no sense to me why you would want it. You went through all of this to get a license, do all of this type of stuff so that you could look like you could look like a dope boy but getting legal money. And I understand that I'm gonna say this. I understand that dope boys come with different images. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't all look the same. I get it. But if you sitting here saying that to me, you understand exactly what I'm talking about. The image that I'm talking about and who I'm talking to. You do realize and you do understand that these situations, these set like this is crazy. This is ridiculous. It just doesn't make any sense. You want to be a professional, recognized for what you do. Listen, for the number one thing, like I'm gonna leave it alone, guys. I'm gonna leave it alone because I could go in on that piece. Right, I could talk about that a lot, but I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm not going to continue talking about that. All I'm saying is, hey, listen, you guys are going to have some discipline to be in this industry. This isn't an industry that you can be that you can be undisciplined and be successful, be able to retire, and I mean retire, not just retire and go get another job. I'm talking about retire with your own personal pension plan that you set up for. I'm talking about that. And I'm saying to you, you have got to have some discipline. You have got to work on your deficits. You have got to work on your faults, your mistakes, your issues. You got to work on all of that stuff. You just do. There's no other way to put it. And you can be upset with my statement, but it's not going to change what I said. Why would we not want to improve ourselves and be better? You got into this for an opportunity, not an opportunity to be the same person who you were. That's crazy. The opportunity that was sold to you was less about barbering and more about entrepreneurship. That's what you bought into. That's what you wanted. I wanted to control you wanted to be an entrepreneur. You got it. It's a lot harder than people think. It's a lot more difficult than people think. There are a lot of soft skills that are involved in this that build up your technical skills or that give your technical skills a platform. I'm just saying. You can agree with me or not. You can like it or not. It doesn't really matter. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. It's not a place for the undisciplined. The undisciplined is what you see. Oh man, it's slow. I'm gonna go home. Oh man, this. I'm gonna go do this. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna. All right, you keep rolling with that one. You keep thinking that's what it is. Okay, and you're gonna be real upset. That's why you're upset now. You trying to jump from this to that because you haven't found something that, like you aren't willing. You haven't been willing to put the work in. You gotta put the work in. It doesn't matter. You got to put the work in on the skill side. You got to put the work in on the customer service side. You got to put the work in on the business side. Business. Business is all the other stuff. Business is learning how to attract customers. Business is understanding what it takes for you to attract a customer. I can almost guarantee you. I can almost guarantee you that it would be hard pressed. You'd be hard pressed to find a barber in your community that can tell you how much it costs for them to acquire a customer. I can almost guarantee you. But let me tell you who can tell you how much it costs to acquire a customer. Ooh, somewhere that y'all gonna hate. I bet your haircuttery can. I bet your sports clips can. I bet your great clips can. Fantastic Sam's can. Any of those chains that you say, oh, I don't really like them. I bet you they can tell you. Bet you they can tell you down, almost probably down to the penny, how much it costs for them to acquire a customer. Why do you think they keep doing marketing? You think they're just doing it for no reason? Think they're doing it and it's not working? Oh, it worked. That's why they keep doing it. And you sitting around with the pouty face talking about something, I cut better than them. Yeah, but you don't understand how to really get a customer. They do. You don't understand that. And look, if you want to be, if you don't want to get to that level of professional, that's understandable. It is, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of stuff outside of learning. So I tell you, this is really, really difficult if you really want to be successful. Really, really difficult. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have the right mentorship, if you don't have the right guy, it is difficult. It takes years and years, and you're trying to do it all by yourself. Because I ain't no employee no more, dog. I'm a boss. Hey, now. Bosses got to do a whole lot of work. And you got to have a requirement. There's a requirement to you have to have a high pain threshold, because you're gonna deal with pain, mental, emotional. You're gonna deal with it. Physical, feet hurt, right? You're gonna deal with all of that. better have your ducks in a row. And I'm not telling you guys this. I'm saying that you really need to understand, like when you can put it down to a simplest form of math. Hey, if I put this promotion out, I'm going to get this. Hey, I gain this many clients, I lose this many clients a year. Hey, my regular client, my most of my clients come every 2 weeks. I have 40 clients that come every 2 weeks. I have 10 clients that come once a month. I have a few clients that come once a quarter. And here's the thing, like, you understand and you see those tendencies if you've been in the shop long enough. You know those tendencies if you've been in the shop long enough. What you don't understand is the formal terms for those things. Customer acquisition. What does it cost to get a customer to come through the door? Not a client, a customer. Right? A client is someone you built a relationship with that comes back repeatedly. What does it cost to get a customer through the door? Oh, I don't know. How do you get a customer through the door? Oh, well, my cuts is fly. It's word of mouth. No, I mean, I'm not saying that word of mouth isn't a good promotional thing. I'm not saying that. So don't, by no means, get that confused with what I'm saying. What I am going to say to you is, hey, you ever think about how, like what is it like if I told you that if you spend $100 a week in promotions, you could get 15 to 20 new clients a week, right? If you ever thought about that, how would you, or what would you think in that scenario? Oh, at $100 a week, can't do that. Well, if you had a system that could do that, and you knew it, and then it had been proven, and you had seen it, and you had done those types of things, you could then invest your money and get it back through your clientele within, just a matter of time. What do you think that these large franchises are doing? They pool their money together throughout all of the different franchises that they have throughout the country. They do national, they pull their franchise together. They do national advertising. They also do local, statewide. They do, regional advertising and things. They do all of those types of things. How do you think that they do that? They pool all their money together. They advertise just like everywhere else advertises, but you don't, because the only advertisement you do is word of mouth. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, guys, and I started out saying this, like, this is not an industry for the undisciplined. You are going to have to discipline yourselves in many different phases. You're going to have to discipline yourself to learn the skills. You're going to have to discipline yourself to learn the technical pieces. You're going to have to discipline yourself to learn the business side of it. Although you can pay people to do some of those things, you can pay them, but what you shouldn't be doing is paying them and not understanding what they're doing. You can just throw money at it and you don't understand what it is? No, you should have a basic knowledge and understanding of it. Oh, well, I run a busy shop. Do you? Do you? I don't know. The question is the question remains to be answered, and that's for you. That's for you guys to think about. But like I said, this requires some discipline. This requires doing stuff when you really don't want to do it. This requires all of those sorts of things. Pushing through when you don't want to. But guys, it's possible. I just want to say that. It is possible. You can make it happen. Take it in steps. Don't take it as this big project. Take it in steps. Take it in phases. Do different things like that. All right? Either way, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of the Band of Barbers podcast. Tonight's episode is episode 105. It has been wonderful to sit here and give you guys a little bit of game this evening. And guys, like, look, man, don't take what I said lightly. If you don't, if anything, you need to understand that, hey, I got to be more disciplined. Okay, that's fine. But take your discipline in stages, right? Some of the easiest things that you can do as far as your discipline is concerned. Hey, if you got a problem with showing up on time, show up on time. Look at what's causing you to be late. Is it outside forces or is it inside forces? Like, you have to take it in stride. Like, this isn't going to be an overnight thing. But you just got to stay consistent. Stay consistent. Believe in yourselves. You guys can do it. Thank you again. Have a good night.